It's the Grammys and it's in New York this year. Hey, instead of carpool karaoke, we do subway karaoke.
They are the transcendence, the high point of human.
Let's get a bunch of people on to do every song about New York.
Could you imagine, if you will, being a resident of New York, of which we know many, and they all got that attitude, and then you just want to get down to your favorite cannoli shop or go down and get a slice of Famous Ray's, and you go down into the subway, and guess what happens?
What?
The A train, the C train, and the E train, they're all closed because the Grammys are in town, and they got to shoot some bullshit with James Corden, a man whose entire home country hates him and is glad that he's here.
You keep him.
Oh, what do you mean I can't go uptown on the sea?
Even
volume is
original
low.
Rays?
Turn up the volume.
I gotta go to Original Rays, not Famous Rays, to get a slice. Get out of here.
Yes, so. Volume, we're gonna get the volume correct in a second. Audio is wacky, lads. All right. Well, we'll fix that. Don't worry.
I'm commuting here.
So, the first problem was that they took over New York, which New Yorkers, they don't want it. Just let us live our lives. $5 super chat. I was gonna get my baby formula. You can have it. You can have it. You
Ryan.
can have
The
it.
baby can wait.
Ryan Owens.
The baby can wait. Let us know if the sound starts sounding better.
It
cool.
sounds like it's fun.
Great. Audio is fine. As we were saying, they ruined New York for an entire day, and it is funny because I, as a music lover, have rarely missed a Grammys awards.
I miss it every year.
Well,
I literally didn't even know it was yesterday until I was like on Twitter.
I was on playing on Twitch yesterday, and someone was like, "Hey, the Grammys are on." I was like, "What?" I thought those were in February for some reason, and I watch every year. Maybe I was mistaken, but had no idea that they were on last night, which shows just how interested I was in anyone nominated last year for the most part. Obviously, we all know that Kendrick Lamar had the best album of the year, regardless of what the Academy behind the Grammys says.
Who is this Academy?
It's three people in robes.
They all have those old judge wigs on.
And they're Illuminati, like 3 months of the year.
Oh, that's why Charlie Daniels wasn't invited.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So he can't get it.
I watched too close to the truth.
I watched the Golden Globes this year, which I hate award shows.
Yeah.
It could be the Phil Rigo Awards, and I would not watch it. I wouldn't go. I hate them. And this one I couldn't sit through.
It's award shows for me. I do like the performances, but the joy really comes from the fact that you're playing a live trivia contest where no one knows the answer. It's like, here's the multiple choice question: who's going to win for best rap album? And I'm like, Kendrick Lamar. And you're either right or you're wrong, but it's up to those people with the briefcases. So there was some Kendrick Lamar's performance, incredible. The only problem was they started the show with it.
Yeah.
So what are you doing putting your the best performance of the night right up front? Even if I was watching it, like if I sat down to watch the whole thing, I'd been like, okay, well, that's the best thing we're gonna see all night performance-wise.
All downhill from here.
Yeah. So why tune in after that? I would have immediately just shut it off anyway and just been like, all right, come on Twitter, tell me all the winners.
I mean, Jenna watched it last night, so I kept passing through like a shark who was disappointed and then just left the room.
Yeah.
But
the way to do it.
I watched the opening and I was like, okay, that's a really big performance
Let's see where
to
it
come
goes
out
from
with.
here.
And then James Corden comes out and they have to have him make a joke. Corden's joke was, this is the most diverse cast of nominees ever, and I'm the least diverse host. And it's like, it's even if you make a joke about it, I'm like, man, I keep punching you in the face. You go, that doesn't make it okay.
Yeah.
If you make a joke about it. So that's kind of where it felt, where it's like, all right, is this really the year we need a...
I do think it's a bit much to fully associate James Corden with the music industry, considering, he did a thing, carpool karaoke, that really caught on and got big. But it's like, I mean, you could have gotten literally anyone else. But
Who though? Who would you have chosen?
The guy who was yelling at the thing last year from CBS, what's his name? The guy from Superior Donuts. Remember?
What?
Was that at the Oscars?
No, the guy that made that game that yelled at the Game Awards. Put him on the stage.
Chick Man?
Yeah.
Can we get him?
Chick Hydrobot?
Chick Hydrobot.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't. Well, for one thing, at this point in my life, I listen to maybe 3 new albums a year. Everything else I listen to, I'm just now getting around to a lot of 2016, 2015
So it's
music.
just like video games for you.
Yeah.
You're like, I'll wait for the album when it's half off at Amoeba.
I mean, it's like it's all entertainment. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm still knee deep in trying to catch up on 2017 movies, a few 2016 movies. There's no real way with a full-time job to keep up with entertainment these days. So why bother?
I know, it's a shame. I wish we had a show about it.
Yeah, the thing is, with especially with music, two points.
They should have the Grammys every 5 years.
Yeah, we're just really. I mean, they might have to in the future with the way that music.
It's like the Olympics. It's Winter Olympics.
Every 4 years.
And then in 2 years we have the Summer Grammys.
They'll do the Summer
Yeah.
Grammys and Winter Grammys.
I like that idea.
So here's what I'll say. It's too much domination for media in general. Movies, TV. You can't watch every TV show. You can't see every movie. You can't listen to every album. And now with podcasts, like anytime I put headphones on to listen to something that is like straight audio, not video or anything like that, it's a podcast because I enjoy. It's a calming effect of listening to other people talk about
Where's
things.
those Grammys?
They should be a
Grammys.
podcast
The
Grammy.
Casties.
Yeah, the
Welcome to the
Casties.
Casties.
Yeah, the potties.
I made a potty.
It's
We
a
got a
toilet bowl.
$5 super chat from Jeanette Hamelin.
Yeah.
Good morning, fellas. I love the content you guys put out. Please never stop creating. Heart symbol. Also, will you ever get a P.O. box?
We can't afford anything right now because we dropped below 900,000 subscribers.
Yep.
Oh, I meant to scold you guys
The
about
heat
that.
is on.
Yes, it is. Tell your friends to subscribe. Jacob Dierks, I was going to buy food, but whatever. What's your opinion on Bruno Mars winning the big awards last night? We'll get to it. We got to start slow. It's a slow burn. Here's what I'll say, because someone was talking with me on Twitch last night when I was on. Zach California, $5. Finally getting to watch you guys live since I'm normally at school at this time right now. Keep up the awesome content. I don't want to know why you're out of school. Suspended, dropped out,
Is it a holiday today?
kicked out. It's not a holiday, is it?
I think there was some no tolerance policy.
And also hi to the
violent.
Twitch chat. We see you guys over there: Luke Garvey, Mono Luke, Kez, Big Chav, Kusea, Joseph Rayner, Panda TV. Here's what I'll say. Someone was talking to me about the whole rock album category and
Yeah, it's
like
a dumb
what-
category.
why is rock so broad now? Why isn't there any good rock albums? Why are we not hearing like from new? I mean, there are new rock bands that are coming up that maybe deserve to be nominated. I like King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard.
Yeah.
I just can't get past the name.
I'm drawing a blank on the other one that was really good last year.
I
But,
think War on Drugs was nominated.
Yeah. But here's the thing with rock music is you have to look at the music industry as obviously a business. And you have to think about how much money would go into, because when a rock band enters the studio, you're talking about a big label band, one that would get nominated for a Grammy. When a rock band goes into the studio, you're not just paying a producer to sit in his bedroom or work with one other person to create an EDM album or a track for a hip hop artist and then pay that artist to do all this stuff. You're paying an entire band to sacrifice like 6 months of their lives away from touring and writing with a producer, with mastering and everything that goes into it, and then putting them out on the road on a show that is extremely expensive to produce live because you have so many artists or so many people in the band, how much it costs to actually transport a full rock band, meaning all the equipment in trucks and
Logistically,
buses.
it sucks.
And it costs so much money for the labels to actually sign a rock band nowadays that it is not on their radar
not
at
worth
all.
it.
The only time you're going to see is if something literally comes through and blows people away. And yes, that does happen, but not as much anymore because it is a logistical nightmare. And it's extremely hard for them to actually make money.
Yeah.
Whereas you have a DJ or a hip-hop artist or whatever goes up on stage and it's them, and they either plug in their laptop or they have, it's a
Yeah.
big production, but it's paid for through the tickets.
If you're doing a festival tour, you literally just roll up with your computer and your
Yeah.
Press play,
You're
have a
bored.
cup of coffee.
Yeah, it's like a drummer brings his own drum set, or at
Yeah.
least his snare, and they might not use, like if you're a rock band going to a music festival, you might not use your own cabinets, but you're going to bring 10 of your own
Still
guitars.
a truck full of gear.
Yeah.
All your shit, roadies.
You just got like 20 super chats, so you
crew.
might want to scroll through
Yeah,
there.
let's
Oh,
go through
boy.
the super chats really quick. But yeah,
Scroll
that
up real
people
far.
always wonder about that, and it's like, yeah, the problem is it's a business. We're trying to run a business here. Let's see here. Hey, Ricky, loved the stream last night. You should take Elliot to an Overwatch League game. He would never go.
Thank you got to go even farther back than that.
Oh, yeah. B. Boolanger, thank you very much. Oh, let me see.
Just scroll up the chat.
All right, I'll scroll up the chat.
I'm just reading the chats over here.
Here we go. All right, let's get through these super chats. There's the last one that we saw. Jason Hazel, $5. Elliot, here, you read it.
My power went out, but you guys went live, so at least I have something to do for the next hour.
I'm going to burn your phone battery, too.
Yeah. Devin Martinez, $5. I missed the Grammys. Did Milli Vanilli win Best New Artist?
Yes.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-boop.
And then we had a $5 where it was message retracted.
Whoa.
Sounds like we didn't get anything.
They were like, fuck, they didn't read it. Elliot will not go to an Overwatch League game. I doubt it.
I
You
might.
want to go on? Me and Talbot are going to go on Thursday. It's Seoul versus London.
Yeah.
But they're both Korean teams because
I need to learn about Overwatch because we watched a little bit of it on Friday at the bar, our local nerd bar.
Yeah.
And I loved the presentation. It felt like a real spectacle. But watching Overwatch is similar to how I feel watching like League of Legends or something, where I'm just like, everything's happening so fast. I have no fucking clue like who's doing what or like why any of the things are impressive or mistakes. It's just I have no grasp of it, especially at the professional level. Everything's happening so goddamn fast.
they've gotten better at producing it live. Sorry, I'm tapping this. I'm making sure it's still stuck in me. They've gotten better at producing it live in the sense that they do leave the camera on one player for longer, but because before when it wasn't as, like they're trying to make it mainstream. That's why they're doing the team names, the London Spitfire, Seoul Dynasty, LA Valiants. They want to make it like football or basketball.
Yeah.
And the thing is like one of the first couple matches I was watching, I was like, yeah, I have no idea what's going on. They're switching cameras like crazy. You'd have to be an actual Overwatch aficionado to like understand what's going on. Now they do leave it on people for a lot longer. They do a lot of the overhead where you can see them on the map. They do a bit more God cam. So they're producing it better every day. Thursday night would be a great one for you to come to because it's literally the two #1 teams, London Spitfire and Seoul Dynasty. They're both Korean.
I like the Seoul Dynasty. Are they the ones with the tigers on
Yeah,
I want that hat.
Yeah.
So maybe
you can get the hat there.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Casey's going. Ian's going to go, I think. So
I wonder who Casey's going to root for.
yeah.
Probably Seoul Dynasty.
Well, they're both Korean teams.
Come on.
But one's technically is from London. Simon Manicam. I feel like I'm stealing if I don't give you guys some love. Thank you for the $5.
Appreciate you.
Nick San 25, $5. Grammys are never going to give a hip hop album of the year. R&B this year.
Did they really not have a hip hop category at the Grammys?
No, they did. He's talking about a hip hop album for album of the year.
Overall.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very.
We're not there yet.
I
I feel
mean,
like there's a lot of old
Abe
people in there
Sharma,
still.
400 Indian dollars. Hello from India, guys. Happy to fill in Gambit movie delay. Ret fact.
Yeah, the Gambit
That is a
movie has
red
been
fact.
officially taken off the
Oh, is it?
roster for
Oh, well.
Fox. I'm sure. I think it's going to get just lost in the Disney acquisition, just like because they're obviously like half the people working for Fox are going to lose their job, and they know it.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of redundancy, and I'm sure just a big slate of it. Like Marvel's is going to come in and be like, "Nah, we're good."
I would like to see the Gambit movie, but like in Home Alone, where like Fox goes to Disney, and then they left.
Oh
the
crap!
Gambit
We left
movie, and it's
Gambit
like-
back at Fox.
It's like Gambit, the mom on the plane, and then it's just Gambit at home fighting off robbers.
DJ229, $50 for the
Whoa.
ETC PO box. Yeah, making it harder and harder for us to
Say no.
say no.
Brushfire.
10
Stay
Canadian.
away from California, Brushfire.
Yeah, you stay out of my state.
Thank you so much for your show. One of my favorites. Thank you very much, Brushfire.
I watched this crazy video this morning of how
Thank you, DJ229 again. That $50 is fucking huge.
Yeah,
the
that's awesome, man.
California Fish and Wildlife Service rescued a bunch of bears
Oh,
during
yeah.
the wildfires who like their paws or whatever were just completely like
Burned?
burned
yeah.
off. And they use this crazy like new technique where they take like tilapia skins and like
I
sterilize
saw that,
them,
yeah.
and then like put it on there, and apparently it's like if you do it right, it like heals burns within like a week.
They were doing
Wow.
that on
Something crazy.
I saw it being used on humans as well, which was weird. But yeah, they did it on they've been using it as a way to. It's better than skin grafts because you don't need to like take it off of your own body.
Right.
But apparently it heals with skin as well as your own skin. The way that they do it, which
Yeah.
is crazy.
Felix Alvarez, $2. Still no solo trailer. Do you care? bad omens coming from that Solo movie.
We're going to talk about this on Tech News Day, but I can't wait for a currently horrible subreddit to get their hands on the Solo trailer so they can put actual Billy D. Williams and Harrison Ford on the trailer. It's called Deep Fakes, and don't go there.
It's I was reading about.
There's some good that can come out of it.
They've been trying to cover up their tracks. They've been trying to whitewash their image by putting Nicolas Cage in every movie, but it's like, nah, this is a porn subreddit.
Yeah, and it is terrifying.
Discord shut down their official Discord chat room because no one wants that liability.
And now everyone that was part of that Discord is on a list.
Yeah.
I feel like we talked about that on Spacebar like last year, and I was like, yeah, man, like someday there's going to be these like bots that scrape everything from your social media, and then AI is going to put that in porn, and some creeper you work with or someone you know or someone who has a crush on you who you're like, I'm good, no thank you, is going to go home and have a fake movie of you, which is fucking
no, it's
terrifying.
it's here.
It's
here, and here we are.
They're gonna like literally have to create a new law for
that
fake porn.
Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna talk about that on Tech News Day, but let's talk about the fact that so Lorde was the only person nominated for solo artist that was not asked to perform.
That's weird.
Had one of the best albums of last year, and then so the Academy president, here's his statements on Lorde not performing. These shows are always a matter of choices, and we know we have a box, and the box gets full and filled up. She had a great album. Album of the Year is a big honor, but there's no way we can really deal with everybody. Sometimes people get left out that shouldn't. But on the other hand, we did the best we can to make sure that it's a representative and balanced show. Now, in Variety, extended the conversation, and this would be the Grammys executive producer Ken Ehrlich. It has to begin with women who have the creativity in their hearts and souls, who want to be musicians, who want to be engineers, producers, and want to be part of the industry on an executive level. They need to step up because I think they would be welcome. I don't have personal experience of those kind of brick walls that you face, but I think it's upon us as an industry, to make the welcome mat very obvious, breeding opportunities for all people who want to be creative and paying it forward and creating the next generation of artists. And all I can do the entire time I was reading that was go,
that wasn't even the question he was asked. What are you talking about?
Ooh, hey, buddy. Like, and I made the argument earlier. It's like
it's a real
within filmmaking, there is a problem with representation. There's not a ton of women directors every year that the Academy and Golden Globes people would nominate. That will change, but music has been dominated by female artists for decades.
Long
like
time.
This quote makes absolutely no sense whatsoever.
I would get if he was like what you were talking about before, like it's a logistical thing, like, oh, she tours with a big band, or there was some technical hurdle. Technical hurdles is like the blanket you can throw on anything when it comes to anything live. But for him to have that speech, it's like
It's just a very weird answer to the question because it's like, okay, yeah, I understand if logistical reasons or whatever, but then it's no one's fault. We just couldn't fit her in. Also, Lorde should work harder.
Yeah, maybe if she worked a little harder.
like Sting, who we have, and like U2, who are playing in a pre-taped piece from Governor's Island. See, look at this, taped.
Yeah, I mean there was plenty to cut around.
Why is Sting there? I don't get. What did he do?
Anyways, so that's a thing. Also, like, maybe cut Hillary Clinton reading the Fire and Fury book. Do we really need that? I'm the first person to say that music is and has always been very politically charged and creates some of the best music ever made.
Right.
But constantly cutting Hillary Clinton out in front of millennials is just gonna be like you gotta come up with something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Busting her out.
Yeah.
It also like
I feel about Hillary Clinton the way most 13-year-olds feel about Facebook. It's like, why would I?
It does feel a bit, for her specifically, obviously there's nothing that is out of the ordinary as far as pettiness goes in the current administration, but it did seem a bit petty to do this too. Like, hey, remember when I ran against him last year? Let me tell you how bad things are going. You wish it was me in there. All right, cool. Get out of here.
Yeah,
what are you doing?
You bummed everybody out.
You
I'm
missed,
bummed
there's
out.
a super chat in there, that $5 one.
I'll get to it. Let me
Danish
see.
kroners? Did I say that? I learned that from you guys.
Danish kroners?
Danish
No,
kroners.
these are dollars.
I know, but sometimes when you say Danish kroners.
Homesick, but finally get to watch live. Luke Triola.
Boom.
Thanks, Luke.
Thank you, Luke.
Denmark uses the kroner.
The Danish kroners.
Yes.
Yeah.
They sound delicious.
They are actually really good. So yeah,
The
that
next
was
Tide Pod.
that was also a
I'm
bit
eating money.
that was also a bit weird. I was just like, man, still like there's like tons of potential people out there if you really want to like rile up the base for maybe the fact that this year there's going to be elections,
Or just don't. Like, I don't have a problem with, like, political jokes here or there, but, like...
That wasn't even a joke. It
There's
was just like...
no fucking reason.
Yeah.
I mean,
And it's just, like, I hate it because it just riles up, like... There's a portion of the online hard right who, like, truly believe that liberals are still crying over Hillary losing when, like, aside from a pretty small chunk of genuinely fucking insane people on the left who like revere Hillary as a god, most people don't fucking care.
Yeah.
They don't have really any attachment to her. And doing shit like this just like reinforces this belief. It's like, oh, these liberals are still hung up on Hillary losing. Hillary, they're the only politician they care about. It's like, I don't fucking give a shit about Hillary Clinton.
Also,
I care about ideas.
Also, it really felt like comedy becoming reality, where you see something like Mike Diva's Hillary Clinton video, and then you see this, and it's like the space between reality and fiction is shrinking. All I could think about it was just like, why? It's been a year. Like this is helping no one.
Yeah, there's no
it
point.
doesn't.
Yeah.
I
No
get,
point.
I get that, when they say the fictional they
And everyone's
have
like,
there,
woo!
Yeah, she exists.
we paid her to be here.
She married a man who became president, and then
Boom.
she tried to become president. Woo! After serving in the
But it's
Senate
not
for
Trump,
1.5 terms.
But, dude,
Woo!
But they, like you were saying, Ricky,
Yeah.
music is political, and I think musicians should have the right, just like actors, just like
Oh,
athletes.
absolutely.
In the same way that like plumbers and teachers and cops, like when they say,
Yeah, why
stick-
didn't they bring out Teacher of the Year?
stick to acting, stick to sports? And it's like, look, citizens, you get to do what
Why
you
didn't
want,
they have
but-
the troops present every award?
But I just don't know what her relevance is.
She's not.
Here's the
if
thing.
they brought up Bernie Sanders, it's the same. It's like why?
Yeah,
Why?
I would feel the same way.
Why?
Kendrick Lamar did everything he needed to do to make a political statement in his performance with his album, and there were so many other artists that were nominated and performed they are saying the right things because it is thought out, it is planned, it is their art, they're doing it correctly. Jay-Z's album's a great example of that. But to have the Kendrick Lamar performance there, and then to go to the easiest possible low-hanging fruit to like tee up a political statement is just like, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's not the right medium. I don't know. It's like how SNL always starts their cold open is always a way too long political bit.
Yeah.
That's like 6 minutes long, and you're like,
We'll get to this weekend.
I did like the George W. Bush.
I liked
Yes.
it as well.
That was because that one had a message that.
Hey, I was terrible.
I was pretty fucking bad.
They had some good.
BM
good
Busk,
ones.
20 DKK dollars. Eat it. Milan Svitkovic. Hi from France, guys. First time super chat, and it was about damn time. Hit me up if you come to Paris. There's a beer with your names on it waiting for you. I would love it.
Why would I drink a beer in Paris?
Go get some wine.
Hold my wine.
Holding my wine. I want some cheese.
I do like, what is that, a 1664?
Oh, the Kronenberg.
Yeah, Kronenberg.
Kronenberg's great.
Kronenberg Blue
Yeah.
is one of my favorite beers in the world.
Zero man dismissal, $2. You guys keep activating my Google Home.
Okay, Google.
Stop, you're gonna make mine go off.
Hello, Siri.
Anyways, let's get to the nominees and winners. Humble won for best music video, which was great.
That was a really like.
God damn it.
She was going. Seeing that reminded me of like when I was growing up when music videos were, like they were fucking spectacle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can tell there was like
$10 million.
Yeah, like 10 locations, and they shot all these things.
Like
and
the Puff Daddy Godzilla music video.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
Come
crazy.
with me. Oh, fucking Jimmy Page is there.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
super tall too.
Mace is just floating.
But that's the other thing is, and when you see an artist like Kendrick Lamar, they are an artist in the true sense of the word. They completely control their entire image, and that is his vision for that video. Obviously, there's contributions made with the directors and stuff like that, and cinematographers, but like that is a perfect example of exactly what the artist represents and their image, and it was a perfect music video. I also loved the other one where he had like the 360 cam.
Yeah.
That was like all the crazy angles.
Yeah, what do they call that? The
Stitched, where it's all
there's a word
the
for it.
world
Yeah.
thing. I forgot.
Best soundtrack, La La Land. Best comedy album, The Age of Spin and Deep in the Heart of Texas, Dave Chappelle. He
Wait,
was
I
up
thought
in-
Moonlight won best soundtrack.
No, La La Land.
No, remember the last year?
Oh, yeah, the joke. It's a joke.
It's a joke.
Best rap
That's
album.
all you're getting on a Monday, folks.
Kendrick Lamar won Best Rap Album for Damn. He was up
Didn't
against...
La La Land come out like 2 years ago?
I know. It feels like
What?
it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the album was released after the movie. The movie came out in December.
What about Coco?
I know, right?
Great soundtrack.
Maybe it's not out yet. What was let me see. Arrival.
Remember me.
Johan Johansson for Arrival. Hans Zimmer for Dunkirk, snubbed. Game of Thrones season 7 score, and Hidden Figures score. That was what I was up against. Best rap album was Kendrick Lamar for Damn, up against Jay-Z, Migos, Rhapsody, and Tyler the Creator. Tyler the Creator and Jay-Z both had phenomenal albums. Migos, a bit overplayed at this point. I heard the song too many damn times. Best rap song, Humble, Kendrick Lamar, up against Chase Me, Bodak Yellow, Sassy, Story of OJ. Best rap performance, Loyalty, Kendrick Lamar. So he didn't not take anything home last
Cleaned
night.
up.
He'll be fun.
Cleaned up.
Let's see.
Abe Sharma, 200 rupees.
Yeah,
Dave Chappelle in Grammy.
Certainly
Certainly was.
Oh, that's right.
He was.
Yeah,
he
in the-
performed a bit, and he introed Kendrick Lamar, and yeah, it was. I mean, I love Dave.
Did
Chappelle.
he offend anyone?
Listen, I'm not here to
sure.
offend anyone, but
Oh, shit.
yeah. But I just don't understand.
I did see his acceptance live. I enjoyed that. I was like, he seems so bored. And he's like, all right, see you Monday. He just walked off stage.
He's going back into retirement. Good for him.
Good. Best rap performance, Humble, Kendrick Lamar, up against Big Sean. Oh, Big Sean's album was great. Cardi B, Jay-Z, and Migos. Best R&B album, 24 Karat Magic, Bruno Mars.
Did the Cash Me Outside girl win anything?
Not yet. I think
Other
the
than Our
problem
Hearts,
is
no.
I don't think she has a physical release yet, Elliot. And I think you have to have either a full LP digitally or some sort of physical release. But I'm guaranteeing you that next year, Bad Baby gonna be taking.
Tidal
They're gonna
exclusive.
say, you know what we did last year that we messed up on? We didn't give a solo female performance the credit that it deserved. And this year, we will not make the same mistake. We are putting Bad Baby on that stage with the Dr. Phil dancers.
That's it.
Sounds like the Grammys rules for qualifications for awards are in need of an attitude adjustment.
Cardi B,
I would
more like
l-
Cardi bumped for Bad Baby. What's her name?
Bad Bobby.
Bad Baba.
Bad Babby.
Bad Barbie. I would love to see an ensemble of Dr. Phil dancers, though.
That'd
That
be
would be
great.
worth it.
The Dr. Phil dancers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad Baby and the Dr. Phil dancers.
Be like that Aphex Twin window licker video.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just all the.
That's some deep fake.
Rotoscope.
Yeah.
There you go.
There's an interesting, if you're morbidly curious, there's an interesting mini documentary made for Vice News tonight about Bad Baby, where they went to the set of her new music video. She apparently cannot be alone after 5 p.m.
Yeah. She's on like probation.
Yeah,
and
her
shit.
mom has to be with her until she's 19.
Yeah.
So for like 5 years.
Oh, and she's only 14?
Something
Yeah.
like that, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Lil B made the same mistake because he was talking about how hot she was on Twitter, and
Oh,
everyone's
no.
like, "Lil B, you better stop."
She's not just young, she is very young.
Lil B, buddy,
I
stop.
mean,
Srivats. Let me try
Shriva
this.
Here,
Raghavan.
I'm going to get the volume things
Srivatsan
in the way.
Raghavan, 100 rupees. That Mastodon album hit all the right spots. Would love to have seen Code Orange win the Metal Performance Award. What? Awards mean, yeah.
Yeah,
Mastodon.
Here's my problem. Mastodon will never. Believe me, I love them, but Crack the Sky is their greatest album of all time. It is their GOAT, and anytime I listen to a new album, I'm like, it's good.
But-
It's not Crack the Sky good. but it's good.
Yeah.
So were they nominated in the hard rock category?
I think they're in both.
R&B.
Yeah.
They won one of them, I believe. Avatar has the best metal music videos.
Yeah.
Sam Perez. Okay, so best traditional R&B performance went to Childish Gambino for Redbone.
Good. It's a great song.
Yeah.
It's
Best-
like Redbone is like the one song of 2017 that I heard 1,000 fucking times
And still liked it?
didn't hate by the end of the year.
Yeah, it was weird when they did a behind the scenes of creating that and never gave any credit to the original like funk artist who made basically the song, like
Yeah, wasn't it some
Yeah.
like Swedish dude?
No, it was an old like funk disco
Oh.
guy. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oop.
Yeah, they're just
that's-
like, yes, we did this and this and this,
Right.
and it's like, you should tell people about the part where you did all that because there was a song that was that exact
Yeah.
thing.
Oops.
Oops.
I'll pull that up. But best R&B performance, That's What I Like, went to Bruno Mars for That's What I Like. Redbone.
Over in the chat, SM says, wish Eminem just left his legacy untarnished and just retired.
He
So,
needs to retire that beard, is what he needs to
yeah,
Yeah, he
it
has a
looks,
beard
it
now?
do.
looks
Yeah, it
bad.
looks bad.
I need to look
But
this
the,
up.
the issue with Eminem is when he was on SNL this year, and he did like a medley of 2 songs, and then I think maybe he ended with his new song, and the new stuff sucks. It sounds like it's like watching an old person try to work the remote.
Yeah, that
but
beard is bad.
He
Yeah.
didn't like he did like Stan and something else. He still can rhyme. There's no loss of
Yeah.
skill. It's just what's going into it. And now he's a dude like in his 40s who maybe it's a different kind of anger, maybe it's complacency, maybe he's just out of touch, but it felt like an old person wrote his raps. And I think it's because that's what happened. I'm sorry. Sorry, Em.
Yeah. A song called Rain that it was, I think, used. But yeah, it's basically like the underlying track of that Redbone song is a sample or a used inspiration from.
Yeah. Bootsy Collins.
Yeah, there you go.
That's Bootsy Collins.
Let's see here. Best rock album, The War on Drugs, which I wouldn't
I'm a
consider that
big
rock,
fan of
but
them.
Elliot loves them.
Uh,
Hi, Bada Bing.
It is funny, just like typical Grammy stuff. I liked their newer album. I thought the album before it was far superior, but they weren't. That's the album that got them popular.
Yeah.
So that didn't get any credit until years later. And then their next album is like all the Grammy voters vote for it.
Yeah.
That's all how it always fucking works.
Yeah.
Not a rock album though.
Yeah, I was saying it was like
a
more
guitar album.
I was saying it was
mostly.
more like
Yeah.
Americana.
Yeah, it's they basically it's like if Paul Simon was the vocalist for late '70s era Bruce Springsteen with a little bit of a U2 '80s vibe to it as
Don
well.
Henley in there. What's
Maybe
that
a
one
little
song?
bit.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, it's I did not find the album offensive.
No.
I just didn't think it was what I would consider a rock album. But
Yeah,
also
no.
that's like, what is rock anymore?
Yeah,
And
where do you put? It's not pop. If you think of what pop music is,
Because all
it's not pop.
of the other nominees are what I would consider hard rock or metal, and it's like, okay, there has to be some kind of thing in between that's currently being produced, but really
Yeah.
there kind of isn't. The other, they won for their album A Deeper Understanding. They're up against Emperor of Sand, Mastodon, Hardwired to Self-Destruct, Metallica, which is a fantastic
Yeah,
album.
this is a great rock album.
Yeah, and Villains, Queens of the Stone Age.
That was another great album.
Yeah, and something I have never heard of Nothing More, but God bless them for their Grammy nom.
Hey, you guys enjoy your hangover today.
Connor
Connor
Hadovan,
Hadovan.
10 euros.
There you go.
Yeah, so that's fine. It was just weird. Also, what was weird was that Leonard Cohen won Best Rock Performance.
I mean,
Over-
just give him a lifetime. Well, he's dead, but just do a segment about him.
Also dead, Chris Cornell was nominated for The Promise.
Wait, I didn't know he put out new music last year.
Foo Fighters Run, and Kaleo. Have you heard of Kaleo?
Nope.
There you go. Best Metal Performance, Sultan's Curse, Mastodon. And I would say that they did a great job in this category because I did not like anything else except for one. They did, so Mastodon won, and they're up against August Burns Red, which is a Christian hardcore band.
Nice. What? Wait, hold on. Say those words again in order.
Christian hardcore band. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some fantastic Christian hardcore bands. Norma Jean. And I'm sure there's many more.
And such as.
I can name literally one.
Such as Norma Jean and... Oh, you're listening to Metallica? We're gonna get struck.
Oh, I thought you were gonna throw on Christian hardcore.
This is Christian hardcore. What's up, Blake Walker? Dakota Henry, $10. Sad Code Orange lost as well. Great young talent. Love from the pit. Pittsburgh, huh? Joe Lucero, $2. Kendrick deserve rap album of the year, but Jay-Z deserve album of the year. Let's see here. Okay, so anyways, the other ones were Body Count, which I didn't know that they released an album.
Yeah.
That
Wait,
was it was
Ice-
Ice-T's
hardcore.
Yeah, from
Yeah,
like
hardcore band.
1992.
Yeah.
They came back?
Yeah, their original track, Cop Killer, they just needed a new resurgence. So Body Count was nominated.
And now he's a cop.
Code
on
Orange,
TV.
I have not heard, I'm sorry. Which I thought would have been hilarious if they won, because they're actually in town performing tonight. It would have been a perfect lineup for them to show up. Meshuggah for Clockworks. And Meshuggah is one of the craziest, fucking most awesome, best metal bands ever with the weirdest chord progressions I've ever heard. Whenever I listen to a Meshuggah song, I'm like, the guitarists must be, first of all, like, their forearms have to be like this big. Because the whole thing's just... and they, like, the timing in their songs makes no sense. It'll be like the pattern would be like 3, 5, 9,
Like
2, 1,
math
3.
metal?
Yeah,
It's
math.
just all over the place with the chord progressions. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know how. And it'll be like an 8-minute song. And it's just like, how the fuck? I'm going to go see them tonight. I got to go see them.
Bunch of super chats. Alt-tab that shit.
That sounded. You said that like an old man looking out his window, seeing a bunch.
You know what? I'm going to go do it.
Super chats in the yard. He's like, ugh, bunch of super chats out there.
I don't know if I can go outside today.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
we already
stay
read
in.
this.
Bunch
Yeah,
of super
Kendrick,
chats.
rap album of the year of JD.
okay.
Yeah. Okay, so next.
I will say there's something about Christian rock that you can identify.
Under Oath was fine.
Even before they start singing, like I went up to Big Bear last year and there was no service, so I was like, let's throw on the radio. I don't know when the last time I've thrown on the radio.
Michael W. Smith.
And there just was this really lame song playing, and I was like, this is Christian rock. And then it's like, and the Jesus, and it was.
Illuminati.
I can tell it. I can sniff it out.
No,
Flat
man.
Earth proved.
Concave Earth.
Concave Earth.
Concave.
Yeah.
That's why all the heat goes to the middle.
Yeah.
Concave Earth.
Oh, wow.
Best dance electronic album, Kraftwerk.
Good for them.
Yeah, I mean, they've been around forever. They're like one of the original
40 years.
original
I didn't know
electronic artists.
Kraftwerk put out anything new.
3D the catalogs. It must be new stuff though.
My
if they're, like-
pocket calculator.
Beep, boop, beep, boop.
Just like imagine like being Kraftwerk and living through like the rise, then complete fucking downfall of your entire music genre, and then the resurgence, but of something that you don't even recognize.
I don't recognize the synthesizer sounds anymore.
Who is this Chesto?
I mean, what's worse, like mid-90s techno or dubstep?
Dubstep.
Did you guys just,
Dubstep is electronic metal,
Yeah.
which I
Yeah.
like, but also like there's something very comforting about 90s techno that just makes me feel good because of nostalgia.
we used to joke it was, is this good music or is the CD skipping?
Thick Earth. It is crazy to me that Kraftwerk won an album in 2018.
Good for them.
Let's see, best dance recording tonight, LCD Sound System.
I thought it was, I can't believe the Ellen show didn't win because she just loves to dance in the audience. That's a
I'm a
pretty
big
good dance
LCD
recording.
fan, and I didn't really like the most recent album.
I'm not a big LCD fan, which worked out great when they played Coachella because everyone was at their show, and I was walking around drinking beer, having a great time, no lines
One of
anywhere.
my favorite live
Just living
bands.
your life.
I have no interest.
I've seen them live
Yeah.
probably half a dozen times.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Look at you.
I
Did
keep
Despacito win anything?
no.
They
thank God.
performed live,
Oh, but
though.
believe me, they performed live when Lord could have easily taken that spot.
And they had chicks in bikinis grinding up on
Despacito.
Jenna called me and she's like, what year is this taking place? And they're just like rubbing their asses. It was,
Let's bring out the Dr.
So here's the most controversial one of the night. Best pop vocal album went to Divide by Ed Sheeran. And it was up against Lana Del Rey, who, the album's fine. She very obviously ripped off Radiohead, who very obviously ripped off another band, so that song is a wash, but decent album. Imagine Dragons, who makes the movie trailer soundtrack for every movie you've ever
everything.
seen.
If you,
Lady
Can't
Gaga,
stand that
Joanne,
shit.
Rainbow, Kesha, Kaleidoscope, Coldplay. Everyone was saying pretty much that Kesha should have probably walked with that award, and they are probably
She
right.
deserves some
Yeah.
satisfaction.
Best pop duo group performance. I was excited about this.
Someone gave us $50.
Yeah, as DJ 229.
Oh.
We said thanks
Why is it
because it was
still up
because they last longer the more money they are.
Oh.
The best pop duo performance I was pretty excited about. Feel It Still, Portugal the Man.
Yeah.
Getting great recognition.
Good.
I'm very excited to see them at Coachella this year. One of the bands I'm most excited to see out of the entire lineup. So
They really. I listened to them a few years ago, and I'm happy. I don't love the newest album, but
Yeah.
I'm happy for their success because they've been around for a long time.
It's time for
Yeah.
Portugal the woman.
Oh snap!
Oh, you should be the new president of the Grammys.
Time's up.
Step up, ladies. Time to step up and become Portugal
Time's
the
up,
woman.
ladies.
Portugal the It.
I am very happy though they were up against something just like this by Chainsmokers and Coldplay, and if that would have won,
Oh,
I think we
God.
could all agree that music is officially done.
The Chainsmokers are.
Then yeah, Despacito.
In the
was,
backseat of my Rover.
I won't say the word. We're gonna get struck. Your too accurate rendition.
Dustin Wire, yeah, we got to talk about that on Tech News Day as well.
20 euros. Strava fitness app shows U.S. infrastructure
Oh,
war
yes.
zones. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Because if you go jogging with a wearable,
It tracks ya.
and it's public, you can pretty much see the exact
Location,
sort of,
yeah.
location and sort of boundaries of a military base, depending on how people jog and shit.
It makes like after the fact, it's a legit like old school face. It's just like why would you do that? Why would you let your people? Dude, we got to do this tracking app. How about you issue them one so that they don't use a public one?
Yeah, or yeah, if you're the military, why don't you take the Fitbit and open it up and take
The GPS chip
yeah,
out?
the actual like GPS or data thing out of it, so that you're just doing your step tracking instead, clearly visible on it.
Bad news.
Put on Phil's. I'm stealing your tinfoil
Tinfoil,
hat
there you
really
go.
quick
Yeah.
and saying that the military probably wanted to track all of them, and they didn't realize that this was also public information.
Damn it, we've been trying to do this for years.
And they just, we were doing this for years, and then Strava just goes and puts it out.
Oh.
They just put years of work, and Strava just puts it out. It's a joke about how Donald Trump Jr. just leaked his own emails.
Oh yeah.
Remember that? He's
For
like, I've been working on this story for 6 months, and he just tweets it.
Yeah.
He just fucking tweets it.
There's
best-
an app just came out last week. It's a little like artsy, but it's called Die With Me, and it's a chat room.
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah.
only works if your battery is at less than 5%.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Although my phone, it's older now, so it goes straight from 10% to off.
Oh,
So I'll never
no.
be able to use the app.
You can't calibrate it. That's a
Yeah, it's
bummer.
one of those things where it's like, if I don't use it at all, and I pick it up and it's never been charged for a couple hours, it'll be like 3%. But if I'm using it at 10%,
Yeah.
it's like, nah,
It
we're gonna go
drains.
ahead and shut off. And guess what? We'll have a little bit of gas in the tank in case you're getting murdered and need to make an emergency call. You can start us back up for 1 minute. Best pop solo performance, Shape of You, Ed Sheeran. Yeah, okay. Winner, best new artist, Alicia Cara,
There you go.
the one female winner.
I don't know who that is.
Was
You
up
heard it
against
here
Khalid,
first,
Lil
folks.
Uzi
He doesn't
Vert,
know who
Julia
it is.
Michaels, and SZA, S-Z-A.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get
SZA was
ripped for
on
that.
SNL. That's the only reason I know some of these things. When they're on SNL, I go, wow, I'm out of touch.
Album of the year went to, Theo Barr. It goes to you for that $5 for the Office Beer Fund.
Bammo.
That'll
Thank you
get
very
me
much.
2 beers.
Album of the year, 24 Karat Magic
Boom.
by Bruno Mars. And I'm sure that you guys also agree that Damn probably should have won because it is a front-to-back masterpiece.
Yeah.
Bruno Mars, although it is a great album, I can't say that it is going to be one of those things that anyone
That
looks back
lasts.
on in 20 years
It's
and
a
it's like,
crowd pleaser.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
you put it on
Bruno
at a party.
Mars music appeals across the spectrum of listeners.
it is very happy,
Yeah.
fun, party
Pop.
music, straightforward pop. Love it. Love the resurgence of funk, and it's a great album, but Damn was phenomenal. Jay-Z's album was also phenomenal. Childish Gambino's album, also phenomenal. Lord's, like, it was a stacked category.
Yeah.
And the one that I thought I didn't think it wouldn't win because it's Bruno Mars, and that's just how it goes. But what a stacked category. So, and if anyone out there is, I'm sure that there's some comment at some point for me enjoying Lorde. Fuck you. She is an incredible artist. And one of the best live performances I've ever seen. She sings her ass off live. It is incredible. So give her another shot.
Lord, if you're in the chat, just tell us.
She might be.
She might be in the chat.
Yeah.
She's a big internet lurker.
Yeah.
Just
She had a
hanging out
fake
in there.
she had a secret Instagram to review French fries.
Yeah, that was cool.
She seems pretty.
I mean, she's
chill.
no Taylor Swift, who was on
4chaner,
4chan
yeah.
all the time. But
Really?
glad she didn't win. Anyways, we have some other. Oh, I wanted to talk about the ones that didn't get the credit that I thought they deserved. Both me and Elliot thought Thundercat should have gotten a bit of recognition.
Great album. They brought back Michael McDonald and Christopher
Yeah.
Cross to revive a great part of the '80s. That's underappreciated.
Yeah. Vince Staples, one of the best albums of the year. I loved it. I'm very excited to see him.
I'm more of a Vince Office Max guy.
Well,
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah.
He's more of a.
I'm a big Vince Kinko's head.
Vince Kinko's.
See, it's the place is called Staples
Yeah.
because staples are basics that you need, but they also sell staples. You see now you know red pill moment.
Yeah. JC Garcia shouts to young Billy D. Williams, a.k.a. Donald Glover, for that super smooth performance. Barely watched, but that stuck out. Yeah, he did.
Good that he's got other things to fall back on.
He has a lot of things going on, and he has done damn good work with whoever his vocal coach is got to be the best in the industry,
Yeah.
because I would have never pegged him for a
Dave Autotune, I think is his name.
No, he does it live. And here's the thing: is his falsetto isn't perfect. When I see him perform Redbone live and even this live, his falsetto is not perfect. But when he actually is singing those high notes that he hit in yesterday's performance, he is a damn good singer.
Yeah.
But I have to give credit, whoever is working with him as a vocal coach, for a person I never thought would sing like that, is doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, watching the evolution of not just his music career, but his career, his
general.
entire body.
He was a
of work.
YouTuber.
He was a YouTuber.
Yeah.
He was
Derek
a UCB
Comedy.
improv guy. They made a movie. Him and his
Yeah.
troupe did it. I didn't watch much of it.
Real Renaissance man.
But here he is.
Yeah.
It's crazy to watch someone just grow up before your very own eyes.
Yeah. I'm
Who
so
am
proud
I?
of him.
I think I'm right.
It just really means that all of us YouTubers, well, Facebooker,
Womp womp. Has this ever happened
Oh,
to
man,
you?
that's real
You sit
dis-
down with your YouTuber friends and they find out you're a Facebooker.
I'm a Facebooker.
yeah, I'm a snapper.
Yeah, I'm a Vine star still.
Yeah. I'm a Viner.
I'm still a Vine star.
Yeah.
It's like when all your friends pull out their iPods and all you got is a Zune.
Yeah. Hey, does
Hey,
anyone have
guys.
a Zune cable? Zune cable? Anybody? I'm trying to sync my Zune.
Jonathan Pratt's $10. Thank you very much.
Hey.
Yeah, should we do a live stream for the State of the Union? I don't know. Maybe on Twitch.
Is that today?
It's tomorrow.
You think he's gonna fire everyone live on air?
Yeah. He's gonna hand out roses.
Robert Mueller, please come up. You're fired.
Also, for albums that I want to talk about, St. Vincent was incredible. Run the Jewels came out the tail end of 2016, like December 24th or
Yeah.
something.
It was not. Yeah, it came out. It was right around Christmas.
Yeah, but if you
So
can
it's
give
not
it to La La
eligible.
Land, give Run the Jewels 3 a little credit. It is a incredible
Very good.
album. Yeah.
What's crazy to me is that I think
We have a
three
beer
was-
tap, Jacob. It's right here. We just don't have it unlocked right now. It's Monday morning.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
It's Saturday night somewhere. I don't know how time zones work.
Date zones, time zones. Who gives a shit?
It's crazy to me that their business model is give away the albums for free. I know, that
works great.
People have tried it, but we went to the show; it was packed.
Well,
people
that's the thing
love their
is-
merch.
People are either going to buy the album or they're not going to.
I bought a shirt. I bought a poster. I gave him way more money than I would have ever given him.
Giving it
for
away for free
money.
is very smart, because if people are going to buy the album these days, they're going to buy it on vinyl.
Yeah.
Everyone has Apple Music, Spotify, all that stuff. They're not selling
Yeah.
it. It worked on me. I bought the vinyl. I bought the T-shirt. I've seen them 3 or 4 times in the past year.
Yeah.
Easily.
Easily one of the best live bands that you can possibly do yourself a fucking favor, even if you don't necessarily care for hip hop
Yeah.
or electronic music. if you have the chance to see Run the Jewels, do it.
Did
It is.
Kanye do something Kanye last night? No, he wasn't invited.
He wasn't there.
He was at Burger King.
Yeah. Also, Father John Misty, who is it's a real divisive artist, but I love him. I think it's
I'll
great. It's
pass.
like folk music,
Yeah.
but also he is a satirist. He makes fun of everyone who listens to his music. It's great. I enjoyed it, and
On paper,
seeing him
sure.
live was great. He had like a string quartet with him, and it was a beautiful performance. I also think his lyrics are fucking hilarious, so it works for me.
He does have a good sense of humor. That's
Yeah.
pretty much the only point he wins with me. I think his music is boring as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not wrong. Did you see anything this weekend? Movies, TV, video games? Did
I
you play
went to a
anything?
live immersive theater experience last night, which I'd say
Is that an escape room?
no. It's like this whole fucking thing that like
The
plays-
Willows?
Yeah, I went to the Willows.
Willows is real good. I went.
Oh, you went to it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say the genre, the medium, is probably not for me, but it was kind of weird how like I realized like halfway through the night that my brain was taking everything happening around me like seriously without like even though it was all fiction, like
Yeah.
it's very easy to sort of like fall into a mindset of like, oh, this is all actually happening. Like I am a guest in this house and these people are not actors.
On paper, I can't think of 3 people this would be wronger for, but you go to a street corner, you line up, they pick you up in a van, they take you to this mansion, and there's this really fucking weird family there, and it gets much weirder
Yeah.
very quickly, and you're there for like an hour and a half as this
Yeah.
thing unfolds, and they break you up and take you to places.
The acting was like
awesome.
incredible. Each one of the actors, the old woman
Oh, yeah.
who apparently
What is
this
it?
is just her side gig. She's a real estate agent, but like her performance was so fucking unsettling. Like she just like walked up to you.
Yeah.
Where is this at? What part of town?
Mid city.
It's called The Willows. If it's
It's
ever in your
expensive.
city.
It's like $130 or something.
But you're
for
like you in the house and you're just living in this.
it's like a
experience?
dinner party. It's like dinner party theater, but like way
it's fucked up.
way more fucked up and weird.
Oh, they need to do a comedy version and make it like Clue the movie.
Yeah, I would
That
do
would be
that.
cool.
That'd be great. You just like help him do it.
Yeah.
Steve Chavez, beware of horses. All right, don't get behind him. I'll kick you.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Uh,
Interesting. Is that why Sean Hannity's Twitter went down because of horses? Is this coded language? Blink twice.
So I saw first to get it out of the way because I did think it was a great movie. I thought it was a fantastic movie. I saw The Post. The Post was really, really, really good. I would say that if you're thinking about going to see it in theaters versus something else, like if you're like looking at The Shape of Water and The Post, or like Dunkirk's back in theaters for Oscars and The Post, like pick another Oscar nominee.
You don't need to see it in the theaters.
You don't need to see it in theaters. I hope it comes out on VOD before the Oscars. That would be perfect.
I saw. I mean, I waited till the Spotlight was available for streaming. I'm glad I watched that in the comfort of my own home.
Yeah, I watched it on a
Instead of going
plane.
to theater.
It was good.
Very good movie.
Yeah.
So I'll probably do the same with this one.
And the other movie I saw was Phantom Thread, which is another kind of divisive movie, oddly enough.
Is that
Critics love it.
P.T. Anderson?
Yes. Critics love it. Movie-going audiences seem to be split on it.
I mean, I love Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yeah.
He could, whatever he does.
Even those Haim music videos were fantastic.
Yeah.
And he's just doing a tracking shot.
Yeah.
But yeah, Paul Thomas Anderson is one of my favorite filmmakers of all time. Magnolia, Boogie Nights, Punch Drunk Love, There Will Be Blood, Inherent Vice,
Hard Eight,
Hard Eight,
The Master.
The Master. Another movie where The Master was like, I saw it in 70 millimeter at ArcLight.
Beautiful.
And was like, this is a beautiful movie. I don't think it's his best. Like, Joaquin Phoenix is doing a damn good job. Philip Seymour Hoffman's doing a
Real
damn good
master
job.
class.
But I didn't
Discomfort.
The subject matter, I was like, eh.
Yeah.
But Phantom Thread, to talk about your point, I saw it in 70 millimeter at the ArcLight, which is the way it should be seen. And it is, I kept thinking, and this isn't the best comparison, but it is Paul Thomas Anderson's drama version of Scott's Tots of The Office, where the entire time during the movie I was incredibly uncomfortable. Like you're in a room where it's one of those situations where you're in a room and people are like silently arguing and you know that shit's about to like blow up. So you're like going for the door and they're like, no, do not leave. Because in the movie, you're stuck there watching this happen. You have to watch it happen.
No.
And it's not cringy, it's just unsettling and incredibly nerve-wracking. And the whole movie is like that. The pacing is amazing. Obviously, the cinematography is amazing. But the movie starts in the first 5 minutes without barely a word spoken. You immediately know all the characters and what's going on. You're like, okay, I get the setup. This is great. And then it is just, and I was describing it earlier as it's almost a movie sort of about the lengths at which people are willing to let what they consider visionaries and artists, what lengths they're allowed, like how much leeway they will give with personal and societal actions, and when they're creating, at what point do you snap and tell the person that they're not what they think they are, or that they're being a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
And the whole movie is kind of literally teetering. It's like holding a ruler like this the entire movie. Where you're like, yes, this guy is extremely talented. He's the best in his class. He is phenomenal. He is like the Steve Jobs. But imagine being a couple people surrounding Steve Jobs and he's being a fucking prick, which you kind of do see in the Jobs movie. But like,
Well, that's
it's
sort of the whole point.
yeah, it's kind of it's like that again, except there's a lot of silence, uncomfortable silence in this. And one of the things I picked out in it was that it's Daniel Day-Lewis's last movie ever, and Daniel Day-Lewis can do more with his face in silence than another actor can do in an entire movie, which was like when he gives a look, it is like
heavy
fuck
look,
you, man.
yeah.
And apparently in the behind the scenes of this, in some interviews, it was said that the young actress in it, I can't remember her name right now, but it was funny because I thought that she resembled and acted like a young Julianne Moore, which is one of Paul Thomas Anderson's favorite actresses to use. Apparently, she walked on the set and he was already method acting. When she met him, he was in character, and he did not break character until they started doing the press for the movie. So
Neat.
her reactions, the whole time I was watching, I was like, this feels just so genuine. And it was, because she was probably very upset the entire time, and there's a lot of gaslighting going on. I highly suggest going to see this movie in theaters.
Okay.
In theaters, you have to see it.
Good to know.
Also, I saw the National Lampoon movie, and it was incredible. It's on Netflix for free. So National Lampoon, it's a futile and stupid gesture. It's about Dave Kenny, the guy who started National Lampoon. Don't look anything up. Just watch the movie.
Yeah, see, I already know the whole story because I watched the documentary that they put out like 2 years ago.
Was it like Drunk Stoned?
Yeah, Drunk Stoned. I don't know. It's another long title that's hard to remember. But
don't do it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
real crazy story though. Yeah, I didn't know before I watched the documentary. I didn't really know what National Lampoon even was aside from like the movies.
Yeah, it was a magazine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I worked there. I worked at National Lampoon. It was one of my first gigs out here in LA.
Yeah.
But they were way beyond their prime.
Yeah, but like, the craziest thing about them, like, this isn't really a spoiler, but like, it's just, like, SNL would not exist if Lorne Michaels hadn't basically poached an entire department from National Lampoon, like their entire, it was a magazine, and then they're like, let's start a radio show. And it became this highly successful comedic, sketch radio show. And then Lorne Michaels was just like, hey, I'll pay you more money to come to SNL and do the exact same thing. And that's how you get, pretty much half the cast of the first 2 seasons of SNL.
The actors that play the roles of many of them still living comedians, it's cast perfectly. The guy that plays, I can't remember his name, but the guy that plays Bill Murray, dead on. Dead on impersonation. Like, he does this whole, there's a fugue state moment or like a drug-induced moment where Bill Murray is singing to Dave Kenny, and it is, if you closed your eyes, it would be Bill Murray. Also, Joel McHale plays Chevy Chase.
So good.
And some of the best parts of the movie are they just play out the insane fucking coke binges that Dave Kenny and Chevy Chase used to go on in the 80s, and it is wild. Wow. Also, it's hilarious because he had to deal with him on Community, and even in the movie, they talk about how everyone fucking hates Chevy Chase because he's an asshole. But yeah, that's another great one, and it's out now on Netflix, so check that out.
It's directed by David Wayne. I looked at the cast. I was like, oh, shoot. Because I was like, what is this? And I looked at what it was, and I was like, oh, I'm
Kenny.
into it.
Oh, Doug Kenny, sorry.
Yeah, David Wayne has a fantastic track record that doesn't get enough recognition. The man's catalog is pretty much all great. Even the ones that people like to shit on, like the 10. I think the 10 is vastly
10 is great.
underappreciated.
The MRI machine
So
segment
good.
is one of the funniest things. Watch the 10. I think it still might be on Netflix, but that is
Yeah.
one of the most ridiculous.
Role Models is Role Models is a movie that looks so stupid. You're like, oh, this is gonna be dumb, and it is actually really funny and has a lot of heart to it.
Yeah.
God, what else? What else has he made? I mean, obviously the
He
summer
made
camp
one right before the 10 that was fucking incredible. I mean, he's from one of my
The State.
Yeah,
and
The State, but
Stella.
Stella is one of the best comedies that has ever been on TV.
Yeah.
Stella is like watching if Looney Tunes was live action. It
Yes.
is the same fucking like hilarious, absurd jokes. The jokes aren't.
I love The State.
The jokes aren't. The State's great, but like Stella feels like they're slapstick. They're pratfalls.
You gotta go-
They're jokes. They're not like written into like a satirical like script or whatever. Stella is fucking jokes,
Yeah,
and
it's
it's
just
nonstop
absurdity.
jokes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wet Hot American Summer.
Yeah, Wet
I
Hot
think
American
is
Summer.
probably what most people know him for. But
They Came Together is pretty fucking funny.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh,
just-
yeah, that
it
was-
just skewers like every trope of romantic comedies.
it almost is hard to watch for that long of a period of
Yeah.
time because it's like
It's brutal.
What you would imagine would be a great 5-minute sketch, they turn into like a 90-minute
Yeah.
making fun of romantic comedies, and at some point you're like, let me catch my breath.
Yeah.
It's so much. But
Also, from the State as well, Michael Showalter has an incredible pedigree with directing as well. So
Yeah.
always check that out.
Well, he did.
Big Sick.
Yeah, he did The Big Sick.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah.
I forgot about that. My favorite from him is The Baxter.
Oh, the Baxter is so fucking good.
It is highly underrated.
The Baxter is a very good movie.
You should watch The Baxter. It's about when you watch a romantic comedy or a romance movie or something like that, and the guy comes back to the altar when the girl's about to
Like,
marry
"Don't
some
marry him,
some
marry
schmuck."
me.
Yeah, and she leaves with the hero of the movie. The Baxter is about, they call the Baxter the guy that's left at the altar. It's the guy that always gets fucking cheated on, always
Yeah.
gets left for the hot jock.
The Cuck.
Yeah, the cuck, yeah. And it is so funny.
Yeah. That's a really good movie.
Yeah.
Stella, if you're out there and want to watch Stella, I think you might have to buy it, but on Amazon, there's one episode where they get office jobs. And it's
Yeah.
It's one of the best fucking things. It's just they're like children.
Yeah.
They only wear suits all the time, and
Yeah.
they end up working in this office. And like they gotta get the big account, and I don't know how to describe it, but it's one of the most.
There's also-
they go to the company picnic, and they're like jumping. It's Paul Rudd is in that episode.
Yeah.
He plays one of the dicks.
One of my favorite episodes that I can remember is the one where I think they accidentally hit the paper boy, and so they have to take over his paper route.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
Yeah.
There's one where they decide to turn their apartment into a garden,
Oh yeah, vegetables.
a vegetable
yes.
garden, and they just destroy the.
You just have to watch it.
Yeah.
You have to watch it. It's fucking great.
so
Oh yeah, they go to the
stupid.
fake
Oh, the
mustache dealer,
mustaches.
and he's like pulls it out, and he's like, "Yeah, I got the good shit."
Sam Rockwell is
Yeah,
the
yeah.
mustache dealer in that. Yeah,
He tells his wife to shut the fuck up.
That's it. When they in the office one, they want to show up and they're like shitty assistants or whatever, so they want to show up. So they go to Sam Rockwell's place, who's a fake mustache dealer, and everyone's like passed out high with their fake mustaches.
Oh, it's
It's
fantastic.
so fucking
I didn't
good.
give that whole show another watch.
I know.
It's been
Everyone,
years.
your homework assignment after this live stream is go watch Stella.
Go watch
It's-
everything David Wayne and Paul Thomas Anderson
Yeah,
ever did.
I can't wait for their collab.
Yeah.
He's married to Maya Rudolph.
I
So.
know. He never puts her in his movies.
When
Yeah.
PTA bums you out, just bounce back to David.
Oh, he
Wayne.
said so. Phantom Thread. I was reading the background because I was like obsessed with it the whole night. He got the idea for the movie when he was really really sick one time, and his wife Maya Rudolph was taking care of him.
Yeah.
And he felt so pathetic, but felt more loved than he'd ever felt. Like he was like, oh, this person's taking care of me. They're responsible
Yeah.
for my health. I've never had to give myself up to some person like that. This is what true love is. And that's where you got the base idea for Phantom Thread.
Gotcha.
Day, $5. How do you feel about BTS not getting a nomination? As a Korean American, I would have loved to seen a Korean group be recognized by the West.
I don't know anything about K-pop. I mean, from what I've read, the K-pop music has gotten very popular over here. The sales are through the roof. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, if it's popular, it should get some recognition. I have no idea, though.
Yeah.
I'm not the source to ask. David Bardock, 100 Danish kroners,
Danish
I believe.
kroners.
DKK. Hey, guys, your channel is the only source worth watching for news. Well, thank you. But,
Thank you.
Respectfully
Maybe
disagree,
branch out a
but
little
thank
bit.
you.
Off YouTube.
Keep talking.
Or I explode.
Yeah, keep talking. Actually, on Wednesday, if you guys want to hear about something, on Wednesday, we are going to be playing Keep Talking
Oh, yeah.
and Nobody Explodes on
VR Power Hour.
VR Power
Oh.
Hour on the Machinima Twitch. So make sure
Yeah.
you check that
It's
out.
a just lovely, frustrating game.
How much is 100 DKK?
I have no idea.
Probably a lot.
Okay, Google.
Stella isn't on Amazon. Where should we go? Fuck.
Shoot. Go to Can
Is
I
it-
Stream It or
You know what it's
.com
probably
or
on?
something.
Hulu. Because Viacom is owned by Hulu.
Let me use my Just Watch app to check the
Stella, I mean,
availability.
I bought one of the episodes on Amazon because I wanted to show someone
Yeah, it might not be
the
for
Office
free
one.
on Amazon. You might have to buy it. It looks like
Sadly.
it's currently unavailable to stream on demand. What the fuck?
Anywhere?
On Hulu, which would be the one that it would be on.
Yeah. It was actually it was on Comedy Central probably in like 2002 or something like that.
Yeah, it's an
Maybe a
older
little
show.
bit, maybe
Yeah.
05.
It's really hard to find for some reason.
Let me look it up, Stella.
Yeah, I'm also looking.
You're
it up.
watching
Yeah, I'm not
three guys
finding
on
any.
their phones.
Yeah, so I
We're
guess it's,
trying to get you guys to watch this, but
Yeah.
it's
unavailable. Is that on Comedy Central?
might have to
Is
actually
that on the
buy
Comedy
it.
Central app?
Yeah, Comedy Central from 05. I don't know. It's not like HBO where they have like throwback stuff
Yeah.
on there, unfortunately.
Let me check the Comedy Central app.
You might have to actually pay money to watch this, but it is
Boo!
worth. Spend the 99 cents and watch an episode.
It was only 99 cents.
You buy it at a thrift shop. You probably could go buy the DVDs at a thrift shop.
I have a theory that a thrift shop in like 10 years is going to be the new Smash Mouth. I'm just like
You think?
a terrible song that everyone loved at the time that's still somehow like catchy, but just like a complete fucking joke.
Yeah,
my
for
theory.
what it's worth, according to Can I Stream It, it's not anywhere.
Let's see.
It's a real
Nope,
bummer.
it's not even on Google Play. What is happening
What a
with Stella?
bummer.
Yeah, it's not on Comedy Central either.
What
We got to
the
get to the
fuck?
bottom of this.
Let me look. Let me see if
It's a
they
damn
yanked it
shame.
because I bought it on Prime. Let me see if it's still in my library.
That's
very
fucking
curious.
crazy. This show is currently unavailable. They have all the things here. You know
Yeah.
what? I don't say torrent things, and I'm
Yeah.
not going to say torrent this, but I'm not your fucking dad.
Yeah.
For what it's worth,
Try your best, but-
I paid for Office Party, and the other ones are just unavailable.
Maybe it was
Whoa!
available
You
at
can't
one
even
point.
buy it.
What's
Yeah.
going on? We need to look at who owns the rights to this. Why are they tied up in
Hey.
We need to get David Wayne on here.
happened?
Yeah.
All right, so if it's
Thank
not
you,
out
Richard.
there,
Can you-
it's not going to be in Content ID. I'll just blast Stella.
Like Don't Ask
From my
Productions
phone.
is they're saying that this is one of those Mandela effect things where we think a show exists,
Stella
but it
isn't
does
real.
not.
Yeah, you guys remember Stella, right?
We all have fond memories of
Remember
that show.
Candle Cove?
So
Hey, remember the Berenstein Bears?
I remember the first time I saw Shazam and with Sinbad.
Yeah,
and I was 8
the best
years old.
movie.
Yeah.
It just it gives me the feels, even just to talk about it. But
Sinbad is
Shazam,
the best genie.
he's the best.
Yeah.
That's my gene. Not I look
Yeah.
at Shaq.
And
I
like
go,
Ed
not my
McMahon
gene.
just walking around with the big checks, giving everyone big checks.
So good. It's so good.
Yeah.
Where am I?
Like I said, I think we'll leave it on that. We'll be on Twitch Wednesday morning on the Machinima Twitch playing some VR games. We're going to have some episodes going up later and tomorrow. What else? Follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/etc_show. And like I said, I don't know where kids get their illegal downloads these days. I've been out of the game for too long. When I was doing it, it was Demonoid.
Ah, yeah.
And it was Waffles and a couple others. Hey, but listen, and I'm not telling you to download Stella. I'm just saying I'm not your parents.
I'm not your dad.
I'm not the FBI.
I'm not a cop.
You got to tell me if you're a
you
cop.
have to tell us. If
I would have to tell you, that's right.
Yeah, you can
someone
see
on
uploaded
YouTube. You
Stella
have to
on
search
YouTube.
YouTube for
Yeah,
Stella.
but you're only going to see low-res clips on YouTube. It's really worth it to watch an entire episode from front to back.
Yeah, it's such a bummer you can't buy it.
Yeah.
I'm looking into why these rights.
I'm gonna have to go down to Amoeba and buy the DVDs because
I
you
was
probably
gonna
can't even
say,
get the DVDs anywhere.
DVDs, I wonder. You guys, we've left you with a bit. Oh, you were playing Doom yesterday. I've been playing a lot of Doom multiplayer on Xbox. It's actually,
Wait, what? There's multiplayer?
yeah, the new
Doom was a lot of fun.
Wait, what?
Doom's multiplayer. It's kind of throwback. It's
Oh, Doom. I was thinking of Wolfenstein. Sorry.
oh, okay, no.
They're very similar games.
Yeah. It's
yeah.
I finally was playing through because I bought all the games at like Xbox's end of year sale, and I'm like popping in. It's really good
It's a
multiplayer.
good game. Yeah. I haven't done the multiplayer, but
It's
it's a fun game.
Yeah.
I can't imagine going up against humans in it though.
You forget. I mean, you run really fast. You get
Yeah.
a double jump. You level up. Again, I'm using all the wrong terms, but you level up and you unlock gear and stuff, but you can't pay for anything.
Yeah.
Like
Good.
so, it's like
Good.
it's a slow ladder where you just unlock the weapons, and that's why I don't understand. how
Waffle and
people-
chicken. Glad I turned in to see you all of you sitting on your phones, not talking about the Grammys. Well, we were right here for
We
an hour.
covered the Grammys.
SM, cocaine has major negative effects on your mental and physical well-being through regular use, but it was responsible for the best comedies of the 70s and 80s.
Yes.
And that is very clear in the National Lampoon movie,
Yeah.
where everything they came up with was on cocaine.
Yeah.
I'm on DMT.
That's why
right now.
SNL sucks now. They're not making them stay
Everyone's
up.
too clean.
The original SNL, the reason it was so good was everyone started working at 8 p.m. on Friday, and they didn't stop working until 4 a.m. Sunday.
Yeah.
Because they would stay up all night Friday and all day Saturday writing high on cocaine. And some people died, sure. But
Apparently,
was it
like-
worth it to make people laugh?
I think Larry David worked for like one season there, and he's like,
Like,
"All right, I'm going home," and they're like,
You're going
"No,
home.
we all stay here all night on Friday night before the show." He's like, "But my shit's done. We're ready to go." And they're like, "No, Larry, we all stay here."
I'm sure we can punch it up a little bit, Larry.
Yeah.
Let's just punch all this up.
Oh yeah, Venom filmed rap.
Oh yeah,
wrapped
they
it up.
finished that Venom.
Tom
movie.
Hardy. Hey, can we?
Woo!
Everybody go look at the.
Go to the tracking
What
shot.
was it? The that release.
Comic Con Sao Paulo.
Comic Con.
Oh my God.
Venom.
And guess who I got with me? Oh, what's up? What's up, Sao Paulo?
I'm
Yeah,
modified,
you got all
mine.
this gonna be on these seats here. I beat Wolfenstein 2. It was the worst end credits song I've ever heard in my whole life for a great game. Doom I'm currently playing through. And my goal this week will be to get Elliot interested in Overwatch so we can go take him to go see a live
We'll
Overwatch
see.
match.
We'll see.
Thank you
like
very
it.
much
You
for
like the
joining
challenge.
us. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button because if you don't, we won't have a show. If you like what you're seeing, tell your friends.
You guys and gals are the best. Thank you for your support, your super chats, and watching. And we'll be around.
Thank you
Go
very
watch
much.
these guys Wednesday in VR. I'll see you on Tech News D.
Bye-bye.
That.